saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Tannehill's throw taken in there by Cooks. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
But now a sneak, Tannehill. And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. Back to the ground with Pierce. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Once more, it's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Tannehill going to get this out quickly. It's complete. Touchdown! Philip Dorsett, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what we're...
This is caught inside the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On second down, here's Pierce. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Pierce. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubter.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trevor Lawrence with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Jaguars are once again back in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through.
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. It didn't take too long for them to get that lead right back, did it?
No, it certainly didn't, and it's got to be just a bit demoralizing. You're charged up, you take the lead, you send your defense out, and guess what? One play later, you're right back in a position of having to go down the field and score again.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
Takes it at the 7.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's Lawrence hitting, the ball is free.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Lawrence to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Lawrence on third and long. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Texans. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood! Hey,
now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Smith to return it. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Tannehill now to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. Oh, he shifts past him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. Flushed out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Jacksonville made Christian Kirk the headline of their 2022 free agency spending spree, and he's one of the highest paid receivers in the league right now. So what do they expect? For him to get his first career 1,000-yard season and give them big-time production. He gets them a 1st down right there.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again, it's Lawrence. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, Lawrence. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 39. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing on second down, Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brian Poole. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Play action. It's Tannehill. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Tannehill. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Devon Hamilton in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Hey, box up. Hey, high 7. Hey, wahoo.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Back to throw, Tannehill. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes...
And now here's another interception. Desmond King picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lawrence. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. He's at the 50. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25.
On the set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now Lawrence to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Michael Brockers picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
And now here is another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Pierce gets it again on second down. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
We go!
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Lawrence. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
On the ready. Hey, Joseph. Hey, stop.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Lawrence. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Lawrence will throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Keep my way up, you know I go, you know I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Keep my way up, you know I go, you know I go. but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games, one swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches.